Okay, it is 6 o'clock and we will reconvene our regular meeting. The first item on the agenda is the council meeting minutes for approval, and we have two sets of minutes. And the first set is from the regular council meeting of August the 18th, 2025. And we also have the minutes from the public hearing of August the 18th, 2025. Is there someone that would like to make that motion? Thank you. And a seconder. Okay, all those in favor? That was carried. Thank you. We have some resolutions from the August 18th, 2025 Committee of the Whole to be considered for adoption. And the resolution is that council consider that the following items considered for information at the August 18th, 2025 Committee of the Whole be adopted. And that is the Trail and District Public Library second quarter report, the bylaw enforcement report of July 2025, the report on invoices paid July 1st to the 31st of 2025, and the building department report for July 20th, 2025. Thank you, Councilor Martin. Is there a seconder, please? Councilor Butler, thank you. Any questions on those reports from August 18th? No? Okay, all those in favor? Thank you, that was carried. So we do have three resolutions from the September 8th Committee of the Whole meeting to be considered for adoption. And the first one is the Abilities Awareness Advisory Committee Council appointment. The recommendation is that council appoint a second member of council to serve on the Ability Awareness Committee.
Just be Councilor Benson.
Councilor Benson, sorry, we are appointing you for that committee. Thank you. All those in favor of that resolution? All those opposed? Thank you. That was carried. The recommendation that council and consider and resolve that council appoint a second member of the council to serve on the Ability Awareness Committee, and that will be.
No, we just did.
Sorry.
We just did that.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. So we did the chair and the where are we?
Chair was already set. It was just for the second and
Right, and that's who was that?
Council Benson.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay,
Okay, thank you. So moving on to the tree inventory and assessment, a report from the grounds and roads manager with the respect for the proposals received for the city trail inventory and assessment project. The recommendation is that council award the tree inventory and assessment to Bartlett Tree Experts in the total amount of $58,575.30 exclusive of GST. Thank you, Council Wilson. Thank you. All those in favor? And that was carried. And the third resolution we have is the resolution that, a recommendation, sorry, that council approved the submission of the 2026 Strategic Priorities Fund grant under the Capital Infrastructure Stream. And further, that a letter be drafted to indicate council support for the project submission. And future, go ahead.
Yeah, and just to understand, there will be some language in that resolution as well to
Yes.
capture any cost overruns.
Okay, is there someone to, thank you, first and seconder, all those in favor? Thank you, that was carried. Thank you, David. The next item that we have is the resolution that council adopts the following minutes and recommendations within the Community Safety Task Force Committee meeting minute. Councilor Martin, did you want to have any comments on that meeting?
I don't really.
As the chair?
Through the chair, sorry. I don't think so at this time.
Okay. Okay,
Can I raise a question, through the chair, just to the Community Safety Task Force Committee? Is open drug use in public spaces, is that something that's kind of high on your agenda or on your radar with the task force?
It's through the chair. Thank you. It's discussed at every single meeting. And Sergeant Wysenowicz sits at that meeting as well, so.
I guess my question through the chair is there any recommendations that the Trail Community Task Force could bring forward to address open drug use? You guys have any, would there be anything you could offer to council to direct the staff that would help mitigate some of the drug use that's happening down
I
there?
may through the
Go
chair.
ahead.
I think it would be brought to council for the decision and will of council for the direction.
But the recommendation I'm talking about, Councillor Martin, is there something, is there a potential for a recommendation from the Trail Community Task Force?
Councilor
Through the
Benson?
chair.
Yes, sir.
We would take our, I guess, we'd take advice from Sergeant Senowitz, who
Yeah.
basically says at our meeting the same as he talked about today.
Thank you for that. Okay, then that's the recommendation that I'll associate to the Trail Community Take Safety Task Force. Thank you, Your Worship.
Okay, so we have a mover. Is there a seconder? Thank you. All those in favor of receiving the minutes? That was carried. Thank you. Councillor Martin, the Regional District of Kootenai Boundary Report.
Thank you, and through the chair. On behalf of council, I attended the following RDKB meetings. On Wednesday, August 27th, there was a board meeting in Trail. There's really good news. UBCM awarded the RDKB Fire Smart program a grant in the amount of $1,185,962. I did receive an email later on this afternoon with the specific details. If anybody's interested in finding out where that money will go, just let me know and I can send it out to everybody. I might just send it out to everybody anyhow, just for information. Staff will begin the process of updating the solid waste management plan for the entire regional district. Sperling Hanson Associates are the consultants that will complete the review. The RDKB's Board of Directors supported the capital procurement of 3 wildland fire engines for Kootenai Boundary Regional Fire Rescue. This was included in the 2025 to 2029 5-year financial plan. The RDKB Board of Directors adopted an amendment to building bylaw number 1907. 2025, the bylaw removes references to tiny homes on wheels. There's something that people at Christie Lake will like about this as I get through it. As those are now considered to be recreational vehicles regulated under the Motor Vehicle Act, the bylaw also exempts small freestanding detached decks and accessible platforms from the building bylaw to give greater flexibility to owners of recreational vehicles, so you can build your decks at the lake. The RDKB Board of Directors extended Betty Ann Marino's appointment as the RDKB's representative to the Columbia Basin Trust Board of Directors for an additional term of January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2028. RDKB electoral area directors provided grants and aid to various organizations to serve the RDKB, totaling $41,900. On Thursday, September the 4th, I attended an RDKB Liquid Waste Management Plan meeting in Trail. There's an update from Goran Denkowski, the RDKB Manager of Infrastructure and Sustainability, on the progress of the CPCC, the Columbia Pollution Control Center upgrade. And I emailed the updates to every one of you this morning. That's it for my report. If you have any
Okay.
questions, feel free to contact me.
Thank you, Councillor Martin. Is there any questions for Councillor? Next on the agenda, we have the correspondence for information. And we have 3 letters there, 3 items that are on the agenda. The first one is the Ministry of Health letter dated August 20th, 2025 for the Farmers Market Nutrition Coupon Program. The Old Juanita Road, the traffic change memo from August the 27th, 2025, and the BC Housing Lenina Emergency Shelter Intake Practices and Occupancy, September 4th, 2024. Is there someone that would like to make that resolution? Should move that? Thank you, Councillor Butler. Is there any questions on any of those items, Councillor Benson?
Through the chair. One thing I would like to pull out is the La Nina emergency shelter intake practices. First of all, thank you to BC Housing for the letter. They do mention in the last paragraph that they are happy to attend a future council meeting, and I would like to extend that, as that was our intent when we had reached out to them originally. I think that a conversation would help a lot with some of the concerns that we brought up.
Okay, thank you. Counselor Cassidy.
Maybe I could just piggyback on that again
Go for it.
and invite Sheila Adcock from CDS and maybe the shelter manager might be a good opportunity for some of us to meet her as well to that same
Yeah.
meeting. And if BC Housing is not available, I'm not opposed to making a motion to have the shelter staff, including Sheila Adcock, appear independently as a delegation to answer questions as well.
Okay. Any other, so do we need a motion for that?
There already was a motion to that effect,
Okay.
and I think I did ask when I circulated the letter whether that letter was sufficient or if you still wanted a delegation, and it appears you do, so
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Okay, thank you. So if there's no other questions.
Just for clarity, will that delegation include shelter staff as well?
Correct.
Thank you very much, Mr. T.
Okay, if there's no other questions, I'll move that motion for a first. Someone would like to move that motion? please?
It's been moved, just
Yeah.
needs a
Sorry,
second.
is there, yeah, all those in favor? I'm getting there, you guys, sorry. That was carried, thank you. Correspondence for action, we have a proclamation request for Coaches Week. And it is the week of September 15th to the 21st, I believe. And it's a proclamation to recognize the work of the coaches and the volunteer time. And so if there's someone that would like to make that motion, thank you, Councillor Hanson, seconder. All those in favor? Thank you, that was carried. Okay, on to my report. Okay, on behalf of council and the city of Trail, August the 19th. I attended the session on the media relations training with the Community Action Initiatives team. I found it was really, really informative. I thought it was really good information. Gave a lot of direction and clarity on how to engage with the media and with the constituents on really sensitive issues and complex issues around drug use in our community. And it was really, it was good to have that information, especially around the International Overdose Awareness Day. It was just a lot easier to communicate with members of the public, having that little bit of information, just, you know, gone through the exercise. On August the 27th, myself and CAO Colin McClure met with Julia Kesa. She was the executive director of Community Action Initiative, CIA. The meeting was a meet and greet mostly, and an opportunity to talk about Trail's challenges related to mental health, substance use, homelessness, and community safety. This is just one of the meetings that CIA was hosting around the province. Trail has some supports in place through Interior Health and local nonprofits and the emergency shelter, but there's still really major gaps, especially in supportive housing and wraparound services for people with complex needs. The information at the meeting, it was mostly just to get to know each other. There was no commitments made. But what will happen is Julie, I'll take that information back to the Ministry of Health and explore different ways that it might be able to support Trail, such as through grants and training and helping bring some of our partners together. And she does work closely with the Ministry of Health, and she did let us know that last year she helped process over $12 million to communities with complex needs. This was a really, really good meeting. I felt I definitely will keep that connection open. And I did just want to mention that on the Sunday, I did help Anchors. Well, actually, it was the food bank make sandwiches and prepare them to hand out to the people that are unhoused and on the street. It's a really difficult time now for individuals that are on the street. A lot of them are going without food because the Salvation Army is closed down and just, wanting to help out a little bit, whatever that would look like. So every year after FCM convention, there are certain committees that we have to reapply for, and the Rural and Northern BC Committee is one of those committees. And I would like to put my name forward again. I enjoyed being on that committee. I felt that there was a lot of information sharing. And this year, the term would be for a 1-year term from 25 to 26. There are 4 meetings scheduled again for this committee. And again, I will be attending by Zoom. And I hope that I have your support once again for that committee. There is a time frame here. I'm a little bit behind because on September 8th, the resolution had to be sent into FCM, but they've given me a little bit of time to pass this through council. And if it's council's wish for me to be on this committee again, we will send it out first thing tomorrow morning, and they are knowing that it's coming. So I guess I will read the resolution and go from there. So whereas the Federation of Canadian Municipalities represents the interest of members, municipalities on policy and program matters that fall within federal jurisdiction. And whereas FCM Board of Directors is comprised of elected municipal officials from all regions and sizes of communities, to form a broad base of support and provide FCM with the united voice required to carry the municipal message to the federal government. And whereas FCM's annual general meeting was held in conjunction with the annual conference and the trade show on May the 29th to June 1st, 2025, followed by the election of FCM's Board of Directors. Be it resolved that the Council of the City of Trail endorsed Mayor Colleen Jones to stand for election on the FCM Board of Directors for the period starting June 25th and ending completion of this council term. And be it further resolved that council assume all costs associated with Mayor Colleen Jones attending FCM Board of Directors meetings. So if there's someone that would move that, thank you, Council Butler, Council Benson, thank you. All those in favor? That was carried. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. I just enjoyed being on that board. It's lots of good information. I have been, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I've been invited to a roundtable discussion in Kelowna, and that is called the Champion Home Ownership. And the invitation came from MLA Linda Hepner, the housing critic, conservative housing critic. So topics for discussion that will be going on there are addressing housing affordability and home ownership barriers, reducing regulatory red tape and development cost, opening land for family-friendly housing, and engaging municipalities in housing growth. And I just feel that it's important for me to attend just to get a different, see a different side of the housing ministry. For we hear what's coming from BC Housing, but I don't often hear what's coming from this conservative side of it. And I just feel that maybe there's some information that we can use, within the municipality. So I will be attending that next Wednesday. It's just a 2-hour workshop, and I'll bring whatever information I learn back to council. This weekend, myself, Council Martin touched base on it, attended the opening of the new Regional Fire Training Center in Trail. It was a really good, it was really good to see it finally open, completed and open and ready to start using. Lots of smoke happening there, and it was good. It was just really good to see all the firefighters, being able to come from the different regions and have a look at it and just show their interest in using it for training. And I think it's going to be really good for our community to have that training center there. And I'm just, I just feel like we should be really proud of being a part of that project and making it happen. Just also wanted to let you know that I attended the Association of Kootenai Boundary Local Government Advocacy meeting. And we only have one meeting at this time, and that's with the Minister of Jobs and Economic Growth regarding the rural lands and how area associations can help inform relevant policy at the province level. And so we thought it would be a good idea to be able to have a conversation with both the municipal affairs staff and Brittany Anderson, both regarding the rural lands aspect. So we're hoping to get another meeting with Josie, Minister of Health, Josie Osborne, to talk about rural healthcare, and we're still, working on those details. And that's it. Sorry. For tonight.
Bless you.
Is there any questions or comments or, okay, so we do have, moving on to bylaws for consideration. We do have, two bylaws, and the first bylaw is number 2962/2025. And a bylaw to establish a conference room rental rate at the Trail Riverfront Center. And the recommendation is that the Trail Museum and Archive fees and charges amendment bylaw number 2962/2025 be adopted. Is there someone to make that motion? A seconder, thank you. All those in favor? Thank you, that was carried. And we have bylaw number 2963/2025. A bylaw to increase the fees and changes for recreational services. And the recommendation is that trail recreation fee amendment bylaw number 2963/2025 be adopted. And seconder, thank you. All those in favor? Thank you, that was carried. Item number 23. I see no notice of motion.
I see lots. Oh. That's all I see.
You did a question?
Yeah.
Okay, so good.
There's extra copies here for the first. Councilor Benson, please.
Through the chair.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a notice of motion. I would like this added to the September 29th regular council meeting. The subject is an amendment to the terms of reference for the Major Downtown Development Advisory Committee. Whereas demolition is underway at 900 Spokane Street and 901 Helena Street, opening key opportunities for downtown revitalization. And whereas these sites are well positioned for mixed use redevelopment, including housing. And whereas the Major Downtown Development Advisory Committee was established to advise council on downtown construction and impacts. Be it resolved that the committee's terms of reference be amended to include exploring redevelopment options for the sites with a focus on mixed use and housing, advising council on feasibility, partnerships, funding, and strategic planning, engaging housing experts, planners, and community stakeholders. 2, the committee deliver a preliminary redevelopment report to council within 120 days, including development options, housing strategies, community input, funding opportunities. 3, council may expand committee membership to include housing nonprofit representatives, urban planning professionals, community redevelopment experts. And further, that this motion incorporates the intent of Councillor Nick Cashell's original proposal defeated at the August 18th, 2025 regular council meeting into the existing committee framework to streamline governance and support future redevelopment.
Okay, thank you, Professor Benson.
All right, through the chair. This notice of motion is subject is a request for a staff report on the City of Trails bylaw authority and interagency coordination regarding encampments on Crown land along the Columbia River within Trails municipal boundaries. And I'm hoping to have it on the agenda for September 29, 2025 regular council meeting. Whereas concerns have been raised by residents regarding unauthorized encampments on Crown land along the Columbia River within the municipal boundaries of the city of Trail. And whereas jurisdiction over crown lands in the province of British Columbia rests with the Ministry of Forest and is under the jurisdiction Superintendent Gerald Hills, Natural Resource Office Service for our area. And whereas Superintendent Hills stated the following in an August 27, 2025 email reply to Councillor Cashall. Quote, within the municipal boundaries, the municipal bylaws apply and can be enforced. Typically, within municipality, the province will leave administration and enforcement of land use issues to the municipality, end quote. And whereas the city of Trail's role and authority in relation to crown land, particularly in response to complaints involving encampments, requires clarification. Therefore, be it resolved, the council directs staff to prepare a report clarifying the jurisdiction and authority of Trail City bylaw in relation to unauthorized encampments on crown land within city boundaries, the current or planned collaboration between the city of Trail and the Ministry of Forest or any other provincial agencies concerning such encampments, the process and communication protocols that apply when a report is made via the provincial RAP, RAPP, and that's an acronym for Report All Poachers and Polluters line, and whether these reports are referred to municipal authorities when they pertain to encampments within Trail, and 4, any limitations or responsibilities or enforcement considerations that residents should be aware of when reporting these issues. And that staff are requested to prepare a media release outlining the city's jurisdiction, enforcement limitations, and interagency protocols to ensure clear public communication regarding expectations and next steps for residents concerned about encampments on crown land. And I have another motion, Your Worship.
Okay, thank you, Council Cashel. Go ahead.
Notice of motion, this is titled The Temporary Decommission of the Viewing Platform at the South End of Groudage Avenue. And it's to be introduced hopefully on the agenda on September 29, 2025, the regular council meeting. Whereas the viewing platform at the south end of Groudage Avenue was developed at considerable cost as a public amenity intended to offer scenic views and recreation for all residents and visitors. And whereas there has been persistent open drug use and congregation at the viewing platform, which has raised safety concerns and deterred public use of the space. And whereas members of council and residents have expressed concern over the deterioration, including fire damage, of the intended use of the platform and the impact on neighborhood livability. Therefore, be it resolved that council directs staff to temporarily decommission the viewing platform at the south end of Groudage Avenue to prevent access until such time that measures can be implemented to restore its safe and intended public use. And that's, and I have one more.
Okay,
I apologize, but
okay.
it's hot off the presses. This one is a notice of motion titled RCMP Drug Enforcement Prioritization in Key Public Places. Again, I'm hoping to have it on the agenda for the September 29, 2025 regular council meeting. Whereas the city of Trail is committed to maintaining safe, welcoming, and accessible public spaces for all residents and visitors. And whereas there is a growing concern among residents and business owners about the impact of open drug use and associated safety issues in our public spaces and parks. And whereas Jubilee Park, the Groudage Avenue benches and viewing platform, the Columbia River Skywalk West exit, the Rotary Gazebo, and adjoining park are central community assets for the use and enjoyment for everyone, including seniors, families, and visitors. And whereas proactive and visible policing, including foot patrols, are proven methods to deter open drug use and improve public confidence in community safety, therefore be it resolved that the city of Trail formally request the RCMP detachment commander assigned Jubilee Park, Groudage Avenue, the west end of the walking bridge and Rotary Gazebo and adjoining park as a priority zone for enforcement of open drug use legislation, and that the city requests the RCMP to implement proactive policing measures, including foot patrols within these areas, and that a letter be sent from the mayor's office on behalf of council to the detachment commander outlining these requests and expressing council support for collaborative community initiatives. That's my final motion. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Counselor Cashel. Okay, so our next meeting is September 29th, 2025 for the Committee of the Whole, followed by the regular council meeting at 6 p.m. Held in the council chamber room and their chambers at 1394 Pine Avenue, BC, and also via Zoom to the live meeting. And so is there a motion to adjourn? Thank you. Is there a seconder? All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Are you okay?